Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bright Sugar, and today we are on a road trip. We're going to the Glendale Lego store out here in California. My camera looks like it could be a little foggy. I did go to the beach recently, so it might not be great. But today we're going to be getting the Fast and Furious Lego Speed Champions car and the James Bond 007 DB5. That's also a part of Lego Speed Champions. Super excited. This is going to be the first ever movie cars that they've put out. I know that some people were a little bit upset, and a lot of people were really excited. Mostly people are really positive about this change. We can only hope that going forward, they don't only focus on movie cars, and they also put out some of those really cool, you know, Porsches, McLarens, all that stuff. So I'm really excited for it, but I'm on my way to pick it up. I don't know which car I'm going to do first, but if you guys saw the title, you know before I do. So anyways, I'll see you guys at the Lego store. That's all I got to say. We are here, Grace. We're here. And I don't know how I'm going to do this because I don't like to record myself in public because that's weird. Yeah, you'll see footage maybe, possibly, I don't know. Hey, let's go. Come on. All right, guys. So I checked the Glendale Mall. The only one that they had was the 007. Not the 007, the Fast and Furious Dom's car. I just called Topanga and they said that they do have some. I asked them if they would have some in 30 minutes because I'm about 30 minutes out. And she said possibly. So I got to make this quick and I got to go there immediately. I wasn't able to get any footage in the mall because it was super packed and that would have been weird. So let's go. Okay, so I really didn't record anything while I was in the Topanga Mall because I just feel strange pulling out my phone and starting to record. But at the Topanga Mall, we did get the DB5 Aston Martin 007 James Bond. Look at it. We got it. Now it's time for my favorite part, which is just going home. All right, boys, it's that time. Now, as you can probably tell by the title, I have decided that I am not going to do the DB5 today. I'm going to save that for tomorrow, and today I'm going to be doing Dominic's car from Fast and the Furious Speed Champions. Now, that's great and all, but now you're probably wondering, cool, why the hell do you have all those cars on the table? Well, there's a reason for it. Aston Martins, as you guys probably know, the Aston Martins were just licensed with Lego this year, so it's awesome to see that they're here alongside with the DB5. And then we have all of my Dodges. Now you might notice something a little funny here, and I'm sure that I'm not the first person to point this out. One of these cars looks very similar to the one that we're doing today, and quite obviously that's this one. So if you look here, I'll play the clip. In my 2 videos that I've done of my entire collections, I've said both times that this reminds me a lot of Dominic's car from Fast and the Furious. I really like this car. It looks a lot like Don's. In my last collection video, I told you guys that this car very much reminds me of Don's car from Fast and the Furious, and I still hold true to that. I love this car for that main specific reason. Kind of builds character in a car that maybe wasn't supposed to have that character. Which makes this feel like a beta for what was to come. So I'm really excited, and the reason why I have this out in particular, not just because it's a Dodge, is because it's the exact same car, except instead of being a 6 wide, it's an 8 wide, which leads me to the other 2 cars that I brought out. Just like I was talking about with my car collection videos, in my car collection videos I said, this car is cool and I really love the way it looks, but I couldn't appreciate it if I didn't have the 8 wide version. So that's why I have these 2 out. Now, obviously, color scheme, they're not the exact same car. If I remember correctly, this is a 2016, this is a 2017, this has a spoiler, this doesn't. But aside from those couple of factors, they're the same car. And look at the level of detail that you get out of going from 6 wide to 8 wide. So that's what I'm hoping for today. I'm hoping that by finishing this and having it side by side with this, we will see a crazy difference between a 6 wide and an 8 wide. And of course, these cars aren't going to look the exact same because this was never supposed to be Dom's car. I did feel like it was heavily inspired by Dom's car, but it didn't ever have the licensing that this box has. So that's why I'm so excited to have this car and why I think it's going to probably be my favorite. Anyways, enough talking. You guys have seen about 3 minutes of me speaking. Let's just get into the video. So first time lapse starting now. All right, we have the first half of the car done. That is something that we see with Lego quite a bit, where we do the back half of the car first, and then we go into the second. So immediately we're gonna do some comparisons. The biggest comparison I can see is if you look at the rear, you can see there's a huge difference already. Obviously the 6 wide looks great, but the 8 wide looks way better. With those printed pieces on the rear lights, it really adds a lot to it, and you can see that the exhaust pipes are a lot smaller on this in comparison to the 6 wide, at least the exhaust pipes to car ratio. The exhaust pipes on this are quite fat, while the exhaust pipes on this are more realistic looking, I guess. But you can see that a lot of this looks very, very similar. If we take a look at the sides, you can see that they've got these gray parts where the bumper is, and of course that's where the bumper is on this one. The only things that we're missing really are the Hemi sticker on here, and that looks to be kind of replaced with the yellow turn signal, maybe? I don't know if that would be a turn signal. It's kind of in an awkward spot for that to be the case, but we can already see that this comparison is looking really good. We're gonna go on to back two, and we're gonna finish this up, and then we'll talk about it. All right, boys, it is done. And this is now, ever since building it, my first time appreciating it, taking a look, seeing how beautiful it is. We're gonna take, that's the one thing that I wanted to talk about. We're looking at it, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love the engine sticking out just like that. Of course, we've also got it on the 6 wide. The only difference is with the 6 wide, because it is not licensed under Fast and the Furious, it is not Dom's car. It did come with, you know, a removable engine, and then you would throw on a flat plate that would just go there, and you could make it look like a normal car, if you will. But of course, we don't want that. We want it to look aggressive. So I've lost the flat plate, but I did keep this in there, of course. And then with this car, there is no flat plate that they give you because, well, that just wouldn't look right, would it? So looking at these two side by side, even though they're not supposed to be a direct comparison, I would say it is close enough. Winner, absolutely winner. This is beautiful. This is great and all, but this is incredible. Now we're going to talk about the only thing that I didn't like, which of course, as you guys just saw, is that removable roof. This really doesn't connect to anything at all unless I'm an idiot and I'm missing something. I don't think I am. It just goes on there just like that. I think they probably did it because they wanted the edges on the roof to be more rounded. That could have something to do with it, but really I'm not too certain. Which of course with this car, these edges are pretty square, pretty sharp. But with this one, it is, I would say, probably perfect. I really love the difference between 6 wide and 8 wide. I grabbed my 4 GTs, which I try to keep out of shot. You can see it's the same story. If we take a look at the 6 wides in comparison to the 8 wides, just the level of detail that you get out of these is so much more. The 4 GTs, obviously, I don't think are as drastic of a difference as this. This is such a huge jump. Obviously with the 6 wides, they're a mono cockpit, and then with the 8 wides, you can fit 2 people. I don't even know what to say. This is crazy, and I love that I have the 2 of these. I think when I put them on my shelves, I'm probably going to put them back to back so they're both visible right next to each other. That's already something that I do with the 4 GTs because I do like to make a point of that. If you guys saw my collection video, whatever order I had it in back then, I rearranged them all the time. I probably rearranged it like 3 times since that video. So I do want to keep these all close to each other so that, you know, the difference is very obvious. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Next time I am going to be doing the 007 DB5. I'm pretty excited for that, but I still think it's going to have a really hard time topping this. This is incredible. Anyways, like I said earlier, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.